Hey y'all, it's Matt. We're living in New Braunfels, Texas, your go-to New Braunfels realtor. And today we're branching out a little bit. We're going to look at the best places to live if you're moving to the San Antonio area. I'm going to cover 3 places that are very popular here and give you why they're the best places to live, why it might be the best place for you. Okay? It's not the best for everybody, but maybe it's the best for you. That's why I want to cover these 3. And the third one might actually surprise you. These aren't in any particular order or anything, so make sure you stick around, but that third one is definitely going to surprise you, okay? All right, let's jump into the map. All right, we're going to jump on Google Maps. You've seen me do these map videos before. I've had people that have reached out and told me that they're very beneficial, so that's why I'm doing it again. All right, so you've got the San Antonio metro area. Here's all of San Antonio. Here's, Loop 410 that comes here, Loop 1604, 281 going north. You've got I-35 that runs, this way down to Mexico and then runs up north all the way to Canada, and I-10. So we've got I-10 that comes out. I-10 kind of does a little kind of a dog leg. If you take it east out here, it goes all the way to the East Coast. You take it, it comes down to downtown and it goes kind of northwest and you can go all the way out to California. Okay, so you're considering a move to San Antonio, but maybe you don't want the big city. Okay, San Antonio is like 2.1 million people now. It is huge, right? I lived in San Antonio for about 10 years or so, and then moved to New Braunfels in 2009 when I started with the police department. So speaking of New Braunfels, that's going to be the first one we're going to jump to. So of course, this is a Living in New Braunfels, Texas channel. I'm like your go-to, your number one New Braunfels realtor. I'm the OG that did the living in stuff and talking about New Braunfels and everything on YouTube. So let's talk about why a lot of people move to New Braunfels when they're moving to the San Antonio area. And it could be that they're moving here for work. Maybe they want to be closer to family. They're retiring, whatever it's going to be. Maybe they're PCSing. If you're PCSing and you've got to, there's several bases around here. We have a lot of people that live in New Braunfels. So let's talk about that. You're moving here for work. Maybe you're going to be working in San Antonio, but you don't want to deal with all of this, okay? Or maybe you're even moving to Austin. Maybe you're moving to Austin and you don't want to deal with all of this because trust me, this is a nightmare sometimes, especially traffic. New Braunfels is a great place because as you can see, it's not halfway between San Antonio and Austin. We are definitely closer to San Antonio, more in that San Antonio metroplex. But it's a great spot that's going to be in between them. Okay, so great location as far as that. You're in San Antonio in about 20 minutes, and depending on traffic, you can be in Austin in about 45. So that's that. And say you need to travel, you're flying out a lot, then you've got the San Antonio airport that's going to be right here. And, let's see, how far is that away? So San Antonio airport, directions from New Braunfels. And I'm kind of recording this at night, so this all depends on traffic too, but you're 27 minutes away from there. Austin Airport. Yeah, 47 minutes. See? Yeah, you're about 20 minutes longer, but if you can get a better flight or something out of there, then why not? So you've got options, where you want to go. When you're traveling, we look at stuff, between flying out of Austin, out of San Antonio all the time. But why New Braunfels? So New Braunfels has been booming. It has just exploded over the last like 15, 16 years. I remember when I moved here in 2009, we were less than 50,000 people. And then now we're at over 100,000. So, but as far as location goes, it's right on I-35. So if you're needing an interstate, it's right there. If you need to get to I-10 for any reason, shooting down Seguin, catching I-10 is not a problem. Or even if you need to go I-10 west, you can go out Highway 46 here, or it's actually faster to go 35 to Loop 1604 into I-10. Trust me, because we used to have to take folks to the state hospital from New Braunfels, and it was faster to go 35 to 1604 and come all the way out to Kerrville than it was to take 46 and catch I-10 to go out to Kerrville. Anyway, You've heard me talk about New Braunfels a lot. Okay, so great location, great proximity to Canyon Lake. That's right up here. Um, Water's down quite a bit right now, but man, when that water is up, it is a beautiful lake. Um, Check that out. Yeah. So hopefully we can get some more rains, no more flooding like we'd had before. But when that lake is up, it's gorgeous. Great place to hang out and to cool down. And speaking of cooling down, the other reason we get a lot of tourists here because it's the Guadalupe River and the Comau River. So we've got two recreational rivers that kind of flow through town that people like to jump into and cool off. But it's a cool place. You know, we've got Schlitterbahn Water Park that's here. There's a lot of stuff to do. Um, this is usually voted, the number one water park in the U.S. And it's right here in our backyard. As you can see, there's Home Depot right there. But so we've got the two rivers, we've got the lake, we've got Schlitterbahn, and there's always stuff to do here. We've got the worst fest grounds that are right here. So Worst Fest happens in November. So starting the first Friday of November, and it goes on for 10 days. And Worst Fest, I mean, you see all those people down there. Worst Fest is our 10-day salute to sausage, beer, and polka music. People come in from all over the U.S., all over the world to enjoy Worst Fest. It is a good time. It has been gradually getting more and more expensive. We actually haven't been in a couple of years, but it's still fun. There's a lot of stuff that happens in downtown New Braunfels. So here's our downtown area. Kind of go here. We've got a traffic circle, a roundabout that kind of notates where the center of the town is, or at least it used to be. But yeah, this is our downtown area. This is the most popular spot over here because we've got some of our nightly entertainment with our bars and stuff, and that people like going to. Got the Phoenix Saloon. If you want to grab a great bowl of chili and their sweet potato fries are outstanding. Right there at Blackwell Pub. There's a new one since this has been done that's over here on top of the Red Stag. Cowboys and Cadillacs. You got some great dining down here. This is mine and my wife's favorite place to go, is right here at McAdoo's Seafood Company. You can get more than seafood there, but man, it is really good. And then you got an award-winning for dessert. I mean, if they're open, you go to Two Tarts Bakery, and their award-winning bakery right there. But yeah, great downtown area. When we have our festivals, such as Wine and Sanger Fest, and I think it's just Sanger Fest now, Wassail Fest that happened not too long ago, Dia de los Muertos, things like that, they'll shut the downtown area down. They tell everybody they've got to move their vehicles, and it's people describe it, it's kind of like out of a Hallmark movie. You've got folks that are just kind of walking around because this whole area is shut down. So here it is for Christmas, shut down. You've got the tree lighting ceremony that happens as well, and most of the time it didn't happen this year, is what I was told. Santa comes through and drives around the plaza on a fire truck. But yeah, it's pretty cool. We got parades that happen down here as well at night during the Christmas time. You know what? You're going to be watching this right after Christmas, so I hope you had a Merry Christmas and you're going to have a Happy New Year. But this is our courthouse, and that's the courthouse annex back there. And this is like draped with white lights. You got all the wreaths and everything lit up. It's really cool to drive through at nighttime. If you love coffee, then you've got two coffee places that are right next to each other. New Braunfels Coffee and Crosswalk. So, and they both stay in business, so which is great. But yeah, cool downtown area as well, as far as like entertainment, nightlife. Great proximity that we talked about between Austin and San Antonio, I-35. And you have a lot of growth that's happening out here. So All of this here, like you got Oak Run, but all of this Veramendi area is blowing up. So you got a master plan community that's going to be here, going out to River Road, and then even just across River Road, you got Del Webb. So I've got some folks that probably I just met with today as you're watching this, because I plan to put this out on Friday. Maybe it's going to be Saturday. That saw my video about Del Webb, and they're going to come over here and they want to build a house. So if you're thinking about, it's a 55 and up community. It's New Braunfels' first and only right now 55 and up community. They've got some beautiful models. These are great homes. Then you want to check out Del Webb, and we'll touch on that as well a little bit, because the other places that we're looking at don't have 55 and up. But so you've got great growth over here. If you wonder what HEB is, you're not from here, it's our grocery store. We have 3 of them. They make sushi here. We're very proud of our HEB here in Texas. But a lot of growth there, a lot of growth up here in this area, over here. And then here on Highway 46, between New Braunfels and Seguin, there is tons of new construction growth that's happening down there. I've had several clients just this year that have bought in this area. But yeah, so Lake Dunlap, that's part of the Guadalupe. But yeah, folks just, they fall in love with New Braunfels. They come over here, they visit Green. So Green is our historic district. That's right here on the northeast side of town. And I've done videos of it walking through. It's one of my most popular ones. But people love coming down here, and they love visiting Green. They fall in love with the area. They fall in love with the restaurants that are there, like the Grist Mill, Green River Grill, Mosey's. And they're like, man, we want to live here. This is right outside of the Grist Mill in Green Hall. So we have Green Hall, which is the oldest dance hall in the state of Texas. Tell you what, we'll pop in real quick so you can see Green. But yeah, here's Green Hall, the oldest dance hall in the state of Texas. My stomping grounds were at Schrader Hall down near Goliad, and that was the second oldest dance hall in the state. So I guess I've always been around the oldest and the second oldest. But there's our iconic green water tower. There's a grist mill right there. You've got some other restaurants and everything that happen, over here. Tell you what, this is gonna be a little secret. Let's get to it right here. This is some of the best dang ice cream you'll ever have. Ray's ice cream. The fat kid in me comes out whenever it comes to Ray's ice cream, because what I like to get, and this is, don't tell everybody about this. Tell everybody about it. That's fine. They've got a coffee Oreo and then salted caramel, and I get those two together, and really not good for my blood sugar and my A1Cs. But hey, don't go around telling my doctor, okay? Anyway, let's go back in here. This is Green. It is not a town, all right? You can't live. You're not going to have a Green address, all right? It's still going to be New Braunfels. It is a historic district. But Green River Grill, my wife and I had our first date right there. But we started out, here, I'll tell you what. This is why people fall in love with it. We started out right over here at the Grapevine. So we came and did a wine tasting right here at the Grapevine, kind of hung out for a little bit. We went and made our reservation over at Green River Grill. And then we came to this little winery that has more kind of fruity wines. So Winery on the Green. And, did some stuff over there. And then our buzzer went off and it was time to go eat. But yeah, people fall in love with Green, and for good reason. But here, I'll tell you this little tip too. Locals try to avoid this place like the plague when it's like a summer weekend, because it gets packed. I mean, Green gets well over 1 million visitors a year. This big area right here, they'll have the Green Market Days. So you've got a lot of local vendors that come in and set up with all their goods. So yeah, people come here, they fall in love with it, and they want to move here. It's not a lot that houses here, and even fewer here that open up, because people tend to stay. But yeah, I mean, it's great. It's not as affordable as it used to be. Um, before I was getting a lot of people that are moving here from California, and they just wanted to be in New Braunfels because they couldn't buy in California, and they chose New Braunfels. And but it's, I mean, of course, I mean, after COVID in 2021 stuff like that, people were buying stuff left and right, and prices went up everywhere. But we've got everything that you need here. We've got 2 discount tires, we've got a Home Depot, we have a Lowe's, we've got a Target, we've got a Walmart, we have 3 HEBs. What else do we need? We've got a Best Buy, we have a drive-in movie theater, which is pretty cool. This is the Creekside area. So this is one of the busiest shopping areas in the U.S. Oh, and did I mention we have a Buc-ee's? It used to be the largest convenience store in the world. And then I think one in Tennessee kind of took over. And now there's one, Fear the Beaver guys, in North Texas that's now the largest. But this one's huge. We have 120 gas pumps. 120 gas pumps here at Buc-ee's. All of these. There's 60 there and 60 there. Can we go in? Can we go in? Nope. Okay. Maybe we can go on the front of the road and you can see it. But yeah, 120 gas pumps. We got some Tesla chargers right there for the folks that have electric vehicles. But yeah, that place is huge. And I'll be honest, I avoid it as well because it gets so busy. But yeah, we've got all these shops and all these restaurants and everything here too. PF Chang's, which if you ask me, is just overpriced. Panda Express. Willie's is one of our favorite places, and not just because my wife's uncle was one of the founders, but it's good. It's down home food. Got an In-N-Out burger that nobody goes to because why would you when you have Whataburger? I'm going to catch hate for that one, but I don't care. Whataburger is better. But yeah, so a lot of stuff to do. We got 2 high schools. Oh man, we got 3 high schools over here now. 2 in New Braunfels ISD, and then you've also got Kenyon High School. We are in 2 different counties. So County Line Road right here is you guessed it, County Line. So Comal County over here, Guadalupe County over here. This is kind of the dividing line right here at Stonegate. It's right around here for off of Highway 46 for Guadalupe County, Comal County. But yeah, I mean, great location, beautiful scenery, lots of green spaces, good parks. One of the number one parks. We got people that come in from San Antonio. Oh, here's our golf course. So Landa Park Golf Course. And speaking of Landa Park Golf Course, we have Landa Park here. But yeah, folks love coming to Landa Park, having birthday parties, things like that. We have 4th of July fireworks on the 4th of July. But yeah, beautiful park, great playgrounds that are over here. Kids like to have their birthday parties. A lot of these gazebos and tables and stuff like that, you've got to reserve. But it's pretty easy to do that on the park's website. So yeah, huge oak trees that are, very, very old. But that's New Braunfels in a nutshell. So that's one of the reasons you might want to consider New Braunfels. We don't have the traffic that San Antonio does. We've got everything, if you're looking at a new home from Lennar Homes, which I'm not a fan of. Okay, I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of Lennar Homes. All the way up to, luxury homes that you can find. Here's green again. There's, some of the Christmas lights. Okay, some fencing. Anyway. So yeah, great proximity. A lot of stuff to do outdoors. Just far enough away. We talked about PCSing. So here's New Braunfels right here. And right here on FM 78, there's a Randolph Air Force Base. So let's check that out. If you're thinking about, say you're PCSing to Randolph, Randolph to New Braunfels, if you're going down 35, 28 minutes, you're within, I mean, that's downtown New Braunfels. So it just depends on where you're at. And then I'm shooting this at night too, but 30 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that. Maybe you're going to be at Fort Sam. And from New Braunfels, 34 minutes, because you shoot down 35, you get to 410, or actually 35 over here. You can also get it from 410, but yeah, close to 35. Maybe you're all the way at Lackland. Lackland Air Force Base. It's going to be a little bit further. 47 minutes. You can guarantee that it's going to be closer to an hour. Unless you're leaving like really, really early and there's absolutely no traffic. But yeah, go down there, take 410 all the way around. But yeah, Lackland's over here. You've got Randolph over here, and you've got Fort Sam kind of here in the middle. But yeah, so if you're PCSing to San Antonio, then, New Braunfels is not a bad place to live if you don't want to live Nelson City. Ooh, zebras? What in the world? Okay, Nelson City's not on our list, but if you want to see zebras, go to Nelson City. Sorry, my map's getting away from me here. But yeah, New Braunfels is a good option. We're out here in Vintage Oaks. And we've got a lot of folks that have worked at like Fort Sam and Audie Murphy, and we just retired that was at Lackland. I always have to brag on Vintage Oaks because it's my community. And we've got a lazy river that you can see right there in our pool. Anyway, yeah, PCSing here, or you don't want to be in San Antonio, New Braunfels is a great spot. So let's shift to the next one. The next one's going to be northwest of San Antonio, right off of I-10, and that's going to be Boerne. So if you're looking for something that's just a little bit, it's a slower pace. You want kind of a smaller town. You want something smaller than New Braunfels, because New Braunfels has had so much growth. And you want something kind of on, let's just call it the luxury, semi-luxury, feel. Boerne's a great place. So there are actually some celebrities that live in Boerne. One of those being Bill Goldberg. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, Boerne is a cool little town. I need to spend more time over there, honestly. Maybe my wife and I can do a date night over there. But you've got River Road, which runs along this river. Park right there. You got Main Street back over here. So if you're looking for a little bit more kind of like, let's just call it Hallmarky or something like that, then you really can't go wrong with Boerne. Got a brewing company right there. What is this one? Mainly vintage. You got a vintage boutique. Boerne is cool. Boerne's laid back. I don't want to, I'm not trying to steer anything. I'm not steering or anything. You got a lot of folks that are kind of like retirees, and they just, kind of done with everything, that like to move to Boerne. And I don't blame them. I'll be honest. I'm like, sometimes I just get tired of the traffic that you've got here in New Braunfels, and I want somewhere that's a little bit slower, and Boerne is an option. Got some antiques there. Look, if you're into antique signs, I watch my analytics. I know a lot of the folks that are watching this channel are older, over 45 and up. Then, Boerne might be a good option for you there, for something that's a little bit slower. You've got some great neighborhoods that are over here too. So it's not going to be as big as New Braunfels is, clearly. So Highway 46 and George's Ranch. Here it is. I've been out to this community a couple times, and oh my gosh, beautiful homes. Now you're looking at like $1 million home, then George's Ranch is kind of where you want to be. This is Toll Brothers. They are a beautiful custom builder, and it's not just Toll Brothers though. That's going to be out here in George's Ranch. So like new homes from the 900s. Drees Custom Homes. Drees used to be Monticello Homes. How do you know all this, Matt? Well, because I've got a lot of folks that have done new construction. All my homes have been new construction. I actually live in a Monticello home, and I can tell you we absolutely love it. But over here, I mean, they just go all out. Look at that. I used to be cool. Now I'm talking about, oh, look at these green cabinets that are in this laundry room. It's beautiful. But Perry Homes is over here as well. Toll Brothers, acre home sites, 1 acre plus. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, if you're considering it and you want to be kind of between, I mean, it's out there. You know, it's a little bit of a drive, not horrible, right? You're still close enough there. But yeah, it's a beautiful place. I'm not gonna lie. And you've also got what's with this one over here? Herf Ranch. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Oh, Esperanza. So Esperanza is another community that is pretty cool. So new construction out here, and there's one more. Bear with me. That's going to be Esperanza goes back here. So Perry Homes builds out here as well. You've heard me talk a lot about Perry Homes. Oh, these are 80-foot lots that they've got available. This is going to be the amenity center. No, that is amenity center though. They've got a pretty impressive one. So yeah, I mean, if you want to learn more about Boerne, come learn about it with me. I haven't done as much business over here, but I wanted to let you know about it, okay? Because you got a lot of folks that are moving out there, and this is just, I mean, I used to, so I was with a small boutique brokerage out of Boerne, and so I would come out here and come down 46 to go to our team meetings and everything. And it's a beautiful drive. We were right here off of Blanco Road. But yeah, it's a beautiful drive coming out here. I would, I'd fall in love every time. It's one of the Cordillera Ranch. Oh, you got your own golf course out here. If you want Cordillera Ranch, let's talk. Yeah, $1 million plus homes that are going to be out here. Let's see. I think George Strait used to have a place out in Cordillera Ranch. Can we, nope. So no Google Maps. I believe it is gated. But, yeah, Grace, you can cut out some of these ums. Yeah, if you want like $1 million homes and you're ready to retire, or maybe you just want a second home out here, you just want to be there, then, so be it. I don't even know what else I want to talk about with Boerne. Boerne's a great location too, because you can see how close it is to San Antonio. So if you can't find it in Boerne, you just shoot down I-10 and you're over here on the northwest side. Oh, that's another one that I didn't talk about was Camp Bullis. You got Camp Bullis all right here. Got a lot of folks that move out to Fair Oaks Ranch, but we're talking about Boerne. So yeah, if you can't find it there, then there's, shopping centers over here. This is like the one mall that I don't mind going to is the Shops at La Cantera. You got the Rim over here, and all of this area has just been blowing up. I used to live over here when I went to the University of Texas at San Antonio. I went there for about a year and a half, and we lived over here off near Chavano Park. Oh yeah, Days of Allah. We lived right around here, and yeah, all of this is just blown up as well. But If you want a little bit slower, come out to Boerne. All right. Moving to San Antonio, we've talked about New Braunfels. It's right here, northeast. We talk about Boerne, that's over here, kind of northwest. Now let's talk about the last one, and it's the one that you've seen me talk about quite a bit, and it's going to be Seguin. So you can move to Seguin for any number of reasons, right? But the reason that we've seen a lot of people that have been moving over here is because of the affordability. Your dollar goes a lot further. If you look at the last video that I did, kind of talking about Seguin versus New Braunfels and the affordability, there's like $60,000 price differences with the same builder between Seguin and New Braunfels. Excuse me. One of them being Perry Homes. So you've got Perry Homes that are going to be right over here in the Meadows of Mill Creek, and then you've got here. Let me show you. You have Legacy at Lake Dunlap that's over here with Perry Homes, right? So Legacy at Lake Dunlap, $60,000 price difference between the two homes, the exact same floor plan. Anyway, I touch on that because if you're maybe a first-time home buyer, right? Let's look in Seguin, okay? Because Seguin is more affordable and it is close enough to New Braunfels. If you don't enjoy everything about New Braunfels, let's see. Directions, starting point, Seguin, Texas, downtown to downtown, 23 minutes. That's nothing, guys. And that's going down Highway 46. Of course, if you're considering traffic and stuff, now look at that. But look, what about San Antonio? Okay, Seguin to San Antonio right now. Of course, it's nighttime, depending on traffic, 40 minutes. And then to Austin, 58 minutes. So that one's going to take a little bit longer. You can shoot up 123 to go 35, or you can come out here and take the toll road. But the toll road, if you want to jump on it, it's the fastest highway in the United States because the speed limit is 85 miles an hour. So 57 minutes, and that's right now at nighttime. Because, oh my gosh, it's 11:15 when I'm recording this, but I wanted to get it knocked out for y'all. To go from Seguin to the Austin airport and to go to the San Antonio airport, 40 minutes. Not a huge difference, okay? But it's still a good location. We're right here on I-10. If you are in, this is ideal if you're especially out here at Randolph. And starting point, Seguin, 33 minutes. Man, does it even really take that long? Okay, that's why it's 33 minutes. This is FM 78. It's a slower road. I guess even 33 minutes if you're going down I-10. But so Seguin to Randolph, Seguin to Fort Sam. If you're PCSing over here, okay. So if you want Seguin to be an option, go on I-10, 38 minutes. And let's even shoot all the way out to Lackland. You're looking at 51 minutes. So, yeah. And then going east, you've got Houston. So it's a straight shot down I-10. It's close to New Braunfels. And yeah, the affordability. So Seguin has been blowing up here lately, seeing a lot of growth. It's about 10 years or so behind where New Braunfels is right now. So maybe you're an investor and you're considering where to buy. I have one investor that's buying in Seguin right now. We're actually closing next week. And another one that is buying one, but he's considering it as a possible investment in the future. And same neighborhood in Seguin. So your dollar goes a lot further. Okay, you're going to see a lot of growth. I'm not guaranteeing that you're going to see, your house appreciate a lot over the next 10 years, but historically speaking, that is a very likely situation. Okay, with all the growth that's been happening, I think there's like 12,000 new homes that have been approved or that are in the process, and some that are completed. One of the reasons being right here in Geronimo is Navarro Independent School District. So it's a highly rated, award-winning school district, and a lot of people want to go to school there. And a lot of the growth that's been happening, especially with new home construction, is all in the Navarro school district. So these Perry homes that are right here in the Meadows of Mill Creek, they're in Navarro ISD. We used to live in one that was right around here. That's Navarro ISD. There is another master plan community that's going to be going in right here. I think over 1,200 homes, couple of parks, things like that in there. A lot's going in off of Cordova, off of Highway 123. And be honest with you, now is a heck of a time to buy something that's new construction, because these builders want to get rid of their inventory. So they're offering all these great deals. But slower pace, I-10 runs just kind of like north of town. Okay, so it's not running through the middle of town or anything, which is kind of nice. There's stuff that's over here. As far as jobs, you've got a lot of manufacturing over there. As far as the Caterpillar plant, you got Tyson Chicken, you got a water bottling company. There's a couple of others, and that are here in Seguin. But good employment opportunities. All right, you've got affordability. Say you're moving here and you got to move to New Braunfels, right? Or maybe you're going to be working in New Braunfels. I mean, it's still a short drive. These almost blend together now, but easy access to New Braunfels, easy access to San Marcos, easy access to San Antonio, to Austin. So great location. And then I'll be honest with you, once you get, so all this is pretty flat. All right. A lot of this was farmland. Once you start getting south of Seguin, either going on Highway 46, that's right here, and going down 123, this starts to get a little bit more rolling kind of farmland, and it gets real pretty out here. I really like it. But yeah, lots of growth, lots of opportunity there. It's about 10 years behind where New Braunfels is right now, 10 to 15, I don't know. But your dollar goes a lot further. So if you're looking for something that's going to be a little bit more affordable, quite a bit more affordable, then don't skip on Seguin. Tell you what, we haven't even. Here's the Seguin downtown area. And then right over here, you've got the Burnt Bean Barbecue Company, which is like, I think it's the #1 barbecue place in Texas. I've tried it before. I really liked it. I remember it being a little bit on the sweeter side. I need to go try it again, though. I'll let y'all know. But yeah, award-winning, like voted the #1 barbecue place in the state of Texas. And that says a lot. I mean, we've got outstanding barbecue here. It's a tough field, right? And for this to be called the #1, they're only open on certain days. They only stay open until they run out. So if you want to get in on some Burnt Bean Barbecue Company food, then you've got to get there kind of early and stand in line like I have done, or like I did that one time. But yeah, it's a nice little town. We really liked it while we were here. The only reason that we moved, our house caught fire and was a total loss. And we just kind of decided to move back to New Braunfels. It's where I had been for so long. But yeah, so if you see it, it's not Seguin, it's Seguin. And Seguin's a cool little town. A lot slower paced. You've got Texas Lutheran University that's over here, right? It's a private Christian-based university. You got the #1 barbecue company or barbecue place in the state of Texas right here in Seguin. Who would have thought it? Yeah, cool little downtown area. I think some of this stuff's getting kind of revitalized and whatnot. You got the courthouse there. You got shopping. You have, everything is pretty close in Seguin. Nothing's going to be like too far away. It still has that same that small town feel. So this is Court Street. That's probably the main street here in Seguin. And so right off of Court Street, here's Highway 123. You've got HEB that's going to be right there. I think they just got an academy. Hobby Lobby, if I'm not mistaken. You got Guadalupe Regional Medical Center, good hospital right there. Walmart right here. So HEB and Walmart are going to be the biggest grocery places. And then you've got another one. I wonder if it's still open. Please tell me it is. Oh, Davila's barbecue is good too. I like Davila's. I'll go in there a little bit slower. But there was a Arlen's grocery store. Oh, I wonder if it's still open. Anyway, HEB and Walmart are the biggest ones. But yeah, if you're looking for something that's, smaller right now and, more affordable, dollar goes further, then don't skip out on Seguin. I've got a lot of people that have been buying there lately, whether it's going to be a first-time home buyer, retirees, people that are looking for an investment, people that are kind of priced out with New Braunfels, or they want to be, near New Braunfels, close enough to it to drive, but not when they're right in the middle of it. All right, y'all, that's the 3 places that I recommend y'all move around San Antonio. Of course, there's going to be others. There's a lot of growth that's going to be over on the west side of San Antonio. There's also Lavernia. But these are the 3 that I've seen people move into quite a bit. The 2 that I represent the most are going to be New Braunfels and Seguin. But I'm not that far from Boerne, so if you're thinking about Boerne as well, hey, let's go and take a look. So that brings us to, if you're thinking about moving here, make sure you give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. The contact information is down in the description below. If you're watching on your TV, which most of you are, just pull it up on your phone and you'll be able to find all that, the contact information. But I've helped dozens of families move to the New Braunfels area. We can help you too. Okay, so make sure you call me. Okay, call me before you get out here. We can get you kind of set up on a search. At least I'll have an idea of what you're looking for, and you can help make this area your home, like I've helped dozens of other families. So give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. All that's down below. Till next time, y'all take care. We'll see you in the next video.